Hey everybody, welcome to the panel. Got Natural Ginger here with me. Smash that like button for me. Lots of stuff to talk about. A lot, which last night, if you weren't awake, because most of us have to work. I mean, how can I even start? We're just gonna session. So we'll just talk about Nader first, I guess. Got Andrea as well. Hey, Natural Ginger, how are you doing? Hey, Karina.
Hello. Hi. Hello, Andrea. Hi, Monty. Yes, there's a lot to talk about. I should have taken
Yeah,
notes.
I
I should
know,
have
right?
written down notes because I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here with just
It's
um
it's
Yeah,
something.
exactly. I don't even know where to start, but let's start with Nader and the whole Jennifer Corvina thing. And why
right.
does he keep bringing up Pretty Genius? Is it because they were both doing it to them, or like I don't understand that situation?
I
I
don't
think it's
either.
because they don't know who it is.
Oh, okay.
I think they're not 100% sure about it.
Yeah,
Uh,
that makes a lot of sense.
so they're just flinging out shit, seeing where it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So hi, perfectly imperfect. Hi, darling.
Oh, well, I just woke up to all this. So I'm like, what the heck? Monty, you were up through all this? I saw you were
Yeah,
up, and I'm like, wow, you fall asleep. You miss a lot.
You missed
you
like
do.
two.
Oh
You missed
yes,
like
you
two
do.
years
Yeah.
of. You missed. I mean, I feel like this unfolded so strategically. Whoever. I mean, I guess they're saying Jennifer Corvina was the person that was being spoken to, but we don't know if she's the person that released the audio. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, of course. Look,
So
oh, is it we were saying about the end of the last recording? You know, number 2 that we watched here. I don't know whether it was the last live panel or whether you've had one since. I'm not sure. We said that it was the thing about Chantal was leaving and it was round about her birthday time. Now, this is a few days further forward, isn't it? Recorded on the 2nd of April.
Yeah. Yes, when she was in Cuba.
And
well,
it's
this
just a
is
little snippet. We're not getting the full message yet. We're not getting the full video from this Sam's lounge thing.
yeah,
But it's coming
yeah.
from Jennifer Corvin as far as we know. But we don't know because we only know this because of what Dede and Nader have said.
And I don't trust them as far as I
Of
can tell
course, you
Buckingham
can.
Palace. Like
They're
they're
saying that Jennifer Corvina has got a child and she's been sending them nudes. We don't know that. It might be
exactly.
a massive ruse on Jennifer Corvina's part.
So I don't believe that she actually sent pictures of her body. I don't believe that. She probably sent him pictures of someone's body. But
Of course, yeah. And the kid could have been. It could be because there are a lot of people that could think I'm getting into this for a reason. I don't know, but let's just put it out there that all the bad shit that Nada and Dede are now throwing at Jennifer Corvina might just be what they've been told, but that's not the real the reality of the situation type
the
deal.
foresight to record, because this isn't the first person to troll Nader.
Yeah, of course.
But to have the foresight to record Dede's conversations, it leads me to believe that maybe someone, he has a history. Okay, he has a history of, and this is a theory. This is a theory. This is just my theory. He has a history of calling people and harassing people on Facebook Messenger. He has a history of malicious exposure and doxing. He has a history of that. And I mean, he really cultivated some hate just by the way he treats people online. I mean, so many people contacted Nader just to troll him. And so
or just troll him. Yeah, but some people might have contacted them to troll him and her and Chantal and see where it went.
and
So
see
if
where it went.
they say anything to get in with them,
Exactly.
anything,
They
throw
could
them a bait and see what happens.
there you go. And they just played along and said,
and of course you're going to record it then, aren't you?
and then of course you're going to record it. So
Yeah.
I don't believe that this person that is aware of Nader's habits, just decided, I love Nader so much, but I'm going to record everything Dede says. I think that they got trolled. Whoever Jennifer Corvina is, sending someone's nudes is what you've got to do to get into Nader's good graces, right?
Yeah, but you don't have. You can say that the but
you can
could
say,
be
yeah, exactly.
Elsie
It's so
number
easy.
24.
It's so easy to catfish, and the fact that he is talking about children in the way that he has been talking about children recently just goes to show, this person was playing a long game. So
maybe. I tell you what, something, Andrea, I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope that there isn't a real live working, talking, eating, sleeping, shitting child somewhere that's going to be affected by this. I hope that it is the long game. I'm actually really, really hoping for that.
Well, someone said that Pretty Genius is the one who recorded, but it's a conversation. I don't know. Somebody
maybe it's the work together.
That would make sense to me, because isn't she a lawyer?
I don't know. I know
Pretty
Jennifer
Genius is allegedly,
army.
yeah. So Jennifer Corvina is in the army in the aviation branch and supposedly part of the FBI, and Pretty Genius is the lawyer.
So it would make sense if Pretty Genius recorded this. Being a lawyer, number one, she would know how to do that. Number two, to cover whatever. I don't know. It just, all I know is the tape record. It doesn't make anybody look good. I mean, nobody looks good in any of this.
It's definitely not a patchwork quilt of conversations. It is definitely
it's one conversation. It's not been anybody with a cursory amateur experience with audiovisual editing can listen to that and tell it has not been edited. You can't hear to the both sides of the conversation. That's true, but the flow of the conversation is seamless. It's seamless. And so
is it? Oh, sorry, carry on.
No, I'm just thinking to myself. I'm
thinking, what could it be? Is this a recording that Dede? Because we've only seen a little bit of it. Apparently, we're going to get. This is only the trailer for the video.
Yeah, I want to hear the rest of it. I'm just thinking like, this shit is crazy. These are all like insane. This shit is insane. And then you got Chantal coming back with a video talking about like, hey, this is where he yelled at me for the cheese. Don't forget to pay attention to me over here.
We've seen that video already.
We've seen that already.
Needs to shut up. She just needs to shut up. Really,
we'll put her to side for 1 minute now. You're right, perfectly. Let's not bring Chantal up just yet.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I want to say, is this Dede? Has she got that recording herself and sent it to Jennifer Corvina as proof, or alternatively, she's been on the phone with Jennifer, or we'll just call it Jennifer for now, and Nader's come in and kicked off, and it's been an impromptu recording completely. It just happened naturally of an incident while she was on the phone to Jennifer. Those are two possibilities. What's the other possibility?
That I can't see any other possibility other than they wanted to get next to them and troll them. That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, there's no reason to record a conversation with somebody you're actually friends with.
Unless they were saying, because I did hear from other mods that Dede recorded conversations, and she might have said to them, look, I'm recording this just because we have a lot going on. And, and so they were like, well, if you're recording me, I'm recording you, because I know I would do that. I'd be like, oh, you're going to record me. I'm recording it too.
Facts. Facts. I agree. I agree with that. If they really,
so that's definitely, we don't know. We don't know. I don't know when we're going to get the full recording.
This is,
I'd like to hear the other side. I'd like to hear what they were saying, the person who is recording, what they removed. Why did they remove it?
But I'm thinking they're saying this, they're putting this out, they're letting Nader and Dede run around like headless chickens going, it's a lie, it's a con, it's this, it's that, and the other. You show me where we talk to you about it. And then she goes, doof, there you are, and shows the other side of the
she doesn't want to expose herself. She doesn't want to expose herself now.
She could distort her.
She wants to remain anonymous now. I
could distort her voice.
Yeah, it's very easy to distort your voice. Very easy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm entertained. I'll say that. I'm entertained.
Oh, I totally hate myself for how much I'm invested in this right now.
I hate it. I'm just, what has my life become?
Yeah, I know. I am a sad fucker. I've got to admit. I know.
I mean, this is better.
You all call me that if you haven't already. I know I am.
But to see like somebody mentioned this the other day in a panel, but I'm like, damn, Hannibal was right. Dede was masterminding so much, and she is doubling down. She is doubling down.
Yeah, and I stand by from the beginning. She was the worst one of all three of them, in my opinion. Because yes, absolutely.
I can't talk about this with anybody outside of YouTube because.
And I'm not saying that I agree with any kind of, DV with her.
Of course you don't. We know that, sweetheart. We know that.
But she definitely was the mastermind behind a lot of this.
Well, there's all these different possibilities we're putting on the table, but they are. I caught a little bit of when he was kicking off last night about calling Jennifer this, Jennifer that, and then is it right, Monty? The video stopped and they started up again, and then said this new excerpt that had been brought out was another lie, another made up.
Yeah, that's what they did. They just calmed down after,
and then played some magic.
I guess so. I wasn't watching it because they were super calm. I guess in the hour and 14-minute live call, Let's Go, because they were going off on the I Love You Yolanda one for such a long time. It's like it was even the threats, the handling of his his drawstring on his shorts. He's playing with the with the roller. Oh man, it was ridiculous.
Was he full of bluff and bluster again, or was he a little bit meeker after he'd realized that there was a third?
They just outright saying it was bullshit, but it's not though. We could clearly hear what we heard in like the 11/12 second clip.
No, he's gonna lie till the end because that's just the type of person he is. You could have a full-on video with it, and he would still lie about it and find something to lie about it with.
Of course. Look how much he doubled down on how that pink chicken wasn't raw, and he ate the fucker.
And the watermelon, the shading of the watermelon, like he's not gonna stop.
Nuts.
He would come up with some crazy ass, lie, because that's just the person he is. He's gonna lie on top of lies on top of lies and try to manipulate and say everybody else is just making it look like he's doing this stuff.
Because he's a professional liar. It's all, and don't let it distract you from the fact that he made fun of a child being harmed sexually. Just putting that out there.
Yeah,
he's a horrible person.
He's a sick pig, but
he's sick. But he's gonna lie. He's gonna double down on the lie because he got Chantal to believe him. He probably thinks he could sell ice to Eskimos. Well, I'm sorry, we're not saying Eskimos anymore in 2022. But it's a phrase. Like he probably believes so strongly in his grifting skills after the con he ran on Chantal.
Oh yeah, but Chantal is such an easy mark.
She so easy.
Certainly is. Let's face it. But now, did you see Chantal?
She's not done. She's not done with him.
She was happy, wasn't she? She was smug-faced, trying to hide it and giggling. saying, "Oh, I'm really worried about her," and then her chat were making jokes about Dede or whatever.
Yeah, she definitely.
And she was giggling, going, "Oh, it's not funny." She had delight in her eyes for the first time in a few days.
Yes, she was elated.
See you, Chantal.
She was elated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why was he using a Dollarama paintbrush? Dollarama is a dollar store here in Canada. I can get that paintbrush like today and show you. He was using a paintbrush on that bread. I'm just saying.
Oh my!
He was painting bread.
Yes, he was painting whatever liquid. It could be ghee. I think it was ghee because he loves clarified butter.
Okay, when he was making the dessert, or
no, the bread. He was rolling the bread for forever, and then he was painting it with a paintbrush. Do I need to pull that up?
I can believe that.
Well, I watched when he was making the oh gosh, what was it? The dessert with the nuts and honey, baklava.
Yeah.
He brushed that as well. That's what I thought you were talking about.
It's a literal paintbrush he was using last night / this morning.
Oh.
Literally, it was a paintbrush.
I'm not surprised. I mean, he doesn't know about food safety. He doesn't know that that's not rated for food. He's not a chef.
Yeah, those bristles could fall out. You like little bristles on top of your bread?
It's just ridiculous. So yes, yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, it was a very sad situation. That 11 / 12-year-old got brought up repeatedly to attack their mother, and that was like a very sad situation right there. Yeah, and about how the 11 or 12-year-old was calling Nader when his mom was on tour. That was another sad situation.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very creepy and yeah.
According to Nader, though.
Yeah, according to Nader. And they got very I guess comfortable talking on the phone with each other.
Oh, did he say his name? Have assumed.
Yes, he did. I'm avoiding saying the name.
Right, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
He's a predator.
And fancy turning around, Nader, and using a child to beef up your shitty story and make you look better in inverted commas. You should have, if a real man wouldn't bring up a child like that and throw that in anybody's face and tell the child that his mother is all sorts of nasty names. That's child abuse, actually, Nader.
I can't believe YouTube is allowing this. I just am like, he directly talked to a 12-year-old in that stream last night, and he said, "You're going to hear this in 4 years when you're an adult." First off, 12 plus 4 is 16, not an adult, but whatever. Second off, doesn't matter. You're talking to a 12-year-old now, and you said the F word, and you said that your mother wanted to F me. Or that is child abuse. Creepy.
Are we surprised?
Needs to be reported.
No,
I'm surprised. Not with him. I'm surprised that this is being allowed to happen. This is a man talking to a 12-year-old boy about effing his mother.
Yes.
How is this okay? It's not. And I'm about ready to call the news stations because this is ridiculous that YouTube is allowing this to happen.
Yeah, because he also, Skinny Queen, he also asked the son whether he was threatened to reveal nudes of his mother and whether he wanted to see her breasts or her pee.
Oh, that is completely. I missed all this, you guys. That is sick.
12-year-old, yes.
So sick.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't see
any of this. It's a wrap. Lock him up. Lock him up. You cannot speak to children that way. You cannot do that.
This is very serious.
And he did. He can, and he did.
And Dede
I don't know whether he's gone and edited that. He might have edited. I can't even speak. I'm so
okay.
annoyed.
I have to tap out. I'm a teacher, and I can't.
Good thinking.
I can't. I'm sorry, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
And as perfectly
Yeah, Andrea.
imperfect said, yes, darling Andrea, YouTube
I
knows
hope
it
and I
all.
pray on August 3rd, when you go there, Monty, you have some good news for us. I hope that man is just taken to me. I just pray. I pray
I
that
can't see
man.
it ending on the 3rd. I think it was probably the first of a few court dates. Is it not? It's not all going to be over and done within a day. Is it, Monty?
No, it's not, because that will just be his second appearance. So we'll see what happens with that.
Could he be taken into custody, though?
Yeah, he could be taken in custody at any time.
I pray that's what happens. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, like if he gets a new charge or charges, of course they will typically remand him into custody.
Because honestly, not for nothing, but he needs to go just for everybody's safety at this point.
Yeah.
We don't know what he's doing outside of YouTube and spare time when she's working. I mean, he could be doing anything. We don't know.
It's not going to be good, is it, Skinny Queen? It's not going to be feeding the
No.
poor and walking dogs. He's a degenerate and he's very dangerous. And
Yes,
last
he
night
is.
he was just perfectly imperfect. He's just about having an aneurysm with rage.
Yeah. This I and again, we know now the piece of you know what, but YouTube, wake up, because this is serious.
That's why I hope so much that where these recordings have come from, it's been part of a massive big play for those two losers in Lachine, and there isn't a child involved. Because what Nader said last night to that young boy.
We are watching an actual Netflix documentary in real time. This is what's happening.
I'm not surprised with Nader's behavior. I'm just surprised YouTube still let him having 2 channels.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hope. Look at how long it took them to take Chantal down, though.
But he's arguably worse than her. I don't like saying that, but
he is, absolutely.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you could say that in terms of like they're different types of bad. Like Chantal's the type of bad where she's triggering to a lot of people. She'll put you in bad mental states, and he's also like that, but different type of level, plus the violence aspect on top of that. Yeah, they're both just different types of bad, and I wouldn't want to really be around any of them, because he's high energy all the time. Like, how can you ever get sleep with that guy? I don't see how Dede does it.
It would be a punishment to be around him 24/7. It would be an actual punishment. Exactly. I don't think I could even handle him for a couple of hours. I'd be like, "Ee."
Yeah. Exactly. So just like how Chantal used to describe him, he would sleep for 2 hours or so, then get up, sleep for 2 hours, then get up. Like, there's no way I could handle that and be productive in my day.
The thing
I'd be a
about
zombie.
Chantal is she'll lie about something, but then she'll come out with the truth about it. Well, partial truths. And so, she did tell a lot of this, and I never did. There wasn't a point where I didn't believe he was a horrible person, or he did DV or SAX. But
he definitely has hit Chantal. She's definitely not lying.
Yeah, I never not believed that, and that's not why I'm on her case. That's different reasons. But he's always been a horrible person, and I always believed that. But even the way that she's acting about the whole situation now, though, is like very kind of like sickening, though. Like, she's so excited, you know what I mean, about finding this information out about Debbie, and
Yeah.
And I agree what people are saying in the chat about YouTube does like money more than anything. It is a company after all.
Exactly.
And people have reported him, but maybe there needs to be more. Just saying.
Because you know what the sick thing about it is that Chantal would actually take him back today if he called.
I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's sick about this whole thing. She would choose to overlook everything that's happened in the last couple of weeks and just take him back in a heartbeat. You know, she was wearing that necklace, I believe, as a symbol.
Yeah,
The
I
heart
even
necklace.
noticed that last night. She
Like,
still had it on.
hey, I'm still here for you. If anything was to go down, it's like a sign, you know.
Surely she can't. Surely she can't be thinking that. Surely.
She would. I absolutely believe she would, Natural Ginger. I don't want to, but I do. I do believe it would happen.
Do you think so? Perfectly imperfect?
I do. And the reason I agree is because if you've looked on her community post, she actually went on a rage against Jennifer Corvina. So that to me is her letting Nader know, like, hey, I'm still on your side.
Did she?
Yeah, she did. She went after, she did. She said something like, Jennifer, no matter what she did, she's still a whatever. I don't know. She did. She attacked Jennifer Corvina in one of her, I don't know if she took it down, but it was there this morning when I woke up.
She's playing all sides to this. She's trying to let us know she absolutely does not condone him being the DVSA person he is, but then she goes back and kind of sticks up for him, and then she goes back and she hates Dede 1 minute but is kind of sticking up for Dede in the next minute. It's like all over the place.
She is.
But bottom line is, mark my words, she would take him back if she has a chance and if he will. And let's just see when payday comes what happens, right?
There she is, Pete. Doe-eyed cookie. I was talking to her this morning. Not oh, Chantal. If you've got the chance to go back with him, don't. Whatever you do. I don't like you, but come on, go.
Yeah, I've worked all day, so I missed most of all the shenanigans that were happening today, and I've come home and wow, just yeah, he is the worst. He is the he's garbage, filth, just human trash, just. And listening to that Dede sound clear, I had to jump off. I had to get out of my headspace for a while because there's no way that was faked. No chance. He's just, and for him to say, oh, it was all edited, it's all fake. No one, are they Grammy, like award-winning voice recording artists, editors? Because there's no way that could be edited together. There's no chance. He's just bluff and bluster. He makes me so angry.
I know.
She has a trauma therapy session today.
Oh, Chantal, she's not going.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think she's not. I can't remember. It was on Poppy's stream this morning, and he doesn't cover the Nader, but he sort of went over it. But we were more concentrating on Chantal's reactions in the last 24 hours? I don't know. I'm completely out of the loop at the time now. And so it was after watching Poppy and getting all that, and then going back and watching what's been going on with, oh my goodness.
Well,
and knowing that she's seen that, and Chantal,
she's been telling us that she's over him, but we just saw yesterday after the video came out of Dede and Nader kissing. She's not over him. She is like losing it. I mean, we all saw her. She's eyes are puffy from crying. She's high on that, but she just can't stop eating those wheelchairs because she's got to numb herself. She is not doing well at all.
Oh, you know that recorded video she did, part 1, where Pete's is a real man, big arrow pointing to him. Chantal, Pete's is considering going through transition. Do you think that's really wise to say that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you
and she brings up
insensitive fucker.
He impregnated me, so he is a real man. Excuse me, there are men out there that cannot impregnate women and are still very, I don't want to say masculine and manly, but it doesn't invalidate them at all.
Yeah, there's nothing
just
wrong
because
with
you can fill someone up
men.
with a baby doesn't make you more of a man than anybody else. Sorry.
So that was a slam dunk, wasn't it, about the impregnated and real man stuff? Then putting a picture of young Pete with a big arrow, real man, and all this lot. When I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's a bit insensitive when he's talked to you about his transition issue considerations, should we say?
It just shows she's put no interest into it whatsoever. She has done no research to actively support him by using the right pronouns and looking at the right language and seeing what it would mean for a trans person to be recognized if they're considering it. She's put no interest into Pete's whatsoever in this regard.
She's got no interest. On that live last night, he came in to see how she was because she was going on and on and on and on and on and on and on about Nader. And what does she do for the second time in a week? Goes, oh, I'm going to bed right now. She couldn't wait to get rid of Pete out of that room. She didn't want any input from him. She just wanted to talk. And she says, oh, I'm going to bed now. So we went, oh, okay, and went out the bedroom. And she was like, and she didn't go to bed. That's how much consideration. I don't like Pete, but that just shows you. She's just completely absorbed, and she was reveling in all the. I was reveling in the revelations of last night, but she was really reveling in it.
You can always tell when she hates when Pete comes in and she's rolling her eyes.
And then that video that was filmed a few days ago because she was in the ham hat with a plait on, and she cut that plait in half just a few days ago. So she made that video. That's not recent. That's at least a week old, or maybe 5 days old or something.
There was just
all
a comment
about her, wasn't it? Everything was all about her.
Yeah. There was just a comment. I think it was from Pew Pew Tasha saying, "Oh, why are we? Let's not assume that it was violence. It could have been something else that was going on." Absolutely true. It could have been he was berating her or just intimidating her or doing something else. That is still abuse. That is still violence.
I mean,
it doesn't have to be physical.
Yeah, and at this point, 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah.
This is done. I mean, this man. There's enough evidence to say women stay away from him. Don't go in his chat. You know, you want to defend him. I get it. Or you want to say maybe he didn't. Okay, but stay away from him. This guy is not good news. There's just too many signs. And, you know, at some point we got to stop giving people the benefit of doubt and say, okay, this is too much. You know what I mean? And just stop going to his chat. Stop trying to troll him. He's blocking everybody. He's not worth it. Stay away from him. Contact YouTube. This man is off the rails. He's psychotic. And Monty has said it from the beginning. This is not going to end well at all.
I think a lot of us know that and have known, you know, it's either one or the other scenario. There's 2 scenarios of how this will end. Somebody, you know, will either end up in jail or the other, you know.
The other thing that I did notice, and he's such a liar, he was saying Nader didn't cry when the police came. Nader didn't even get handcuffed when he was taken away. That's a lie. It is police procedure to be handcuffed if you are in the car of a back of a police car. It's for the officer's safety and the safety of the prisoner. He is a big fat liar. And he also said, I'm smart. That's why I was out within 24 hours. You faked being sick to go to hospital. That's not smart. That's because you're a con artist. You're a little scammy bitch. That's what you are.
Right.
Somebody in chat just said something, and it's very interesting and very true. The video recording we heard last night, the little snippet, was from April 2nd. That was after the April Fool's prank. If you remember, and they said it, we didn't see Dede for a while, and everybody thought it was because of her job. But if you remember, that's when she was going MIA. She wasn't going in the videos. So somebody's true. Like somebody said something right. Like if she was hit, that could be reason why she stayed off.
No, I've got so many things I want to say, but I don't want to trigger or upset anybody. I
know. I have a lot to say too, and it's like I don't want to say the wrong thing.
It's all mush in your head. PDF Joe, do you want to say anything, darling?
Hi, sorry. I just because I'm from the Mediterranean, I have a bit more insight on Nader's culture and how men like that behave. And is my audio okay, by the way?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we hear you, sweetheart.
So, like everything he's done, like the being abusive, cursing, the addiction, or just the use of substances like that, it's something I would expect from him. But I haven't interacted with any man from those type of cultures that would bring a kid into even that kind of conversation and attack a kid or use a kid to attack a mother. Like it's something I've never seen. And it just says a lot about his character. And I think he uses his culture a lot to excuse his behavior. But that's something that specifically was him. It wasn't part of his culture. It wasn't part of his upbringing. It wasn't part of his religion for sure. So it was just him being like honestly evil, as a lot of people have said in the chat. He's just an evil human being at the end of the day.
Yes.
100%. I would agree wholeheartedly. I co-sign that one.
I've never thought that the way I thought part of it is cultural, but a lot of it is just him being, like I grew up around a lot of Middle Eastern people, and yeah, they're not anything like him. Trust me.
Most people aren't like him. In any culture.
It's him. It's an evilness. You are absolutely right. Yeah. There is an evilness inside of him, and it has nothing to do with how he was raised or what culture. He is just pure evil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goodness. No.
So what do you think is going to happen tonight with them?
Foodie or with
I guess with Nader and Dede, and I wonder when that chapter 3 is going to come out, because that will really change more of the narrative on how they're going to react. Of course, they're going to say it's more fake and stitched together, but I really want to know what happened. Yeah, August the 2nd.
Well, I'm still waiting for the cliffhanger that we left on the second one, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. You never know, we might do. But yes, it's got to come out. Please bring it out tonight, because I'm having freaking kittens here. Ashamedly, I admit it. I've got to say, it's been very hot here in Britain, and my dander is up, shall we say? But after going back and seeing what was said and done last night, this is not good. This is not good at all. But Chantal is going to be a little bit smug, a little bit teary-eyed in front of the right people. She's going to bring it all back towards, she's going to be full of sanctimonious, I told you so. He abused me. I didn't lie. Chantal, you gave okay, right. Okay. She loved him. She wanted to go back to him. So naturally, she wanted to get rid of the accusations that she'd made against him. Of course she did. It happens to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of women in the same situation.
Right.
So you can't really fault her for that, really. I don't. No. Well, I can, but I can't. I'm being a hypocrite.
Did anything significant happen in Jessica Messica's live stream? Because I watched the first one, the 11-minute one or so, but I didn't really catch much of the second.
I honestly got to catch up myself.
I think it's too much of a side character, to tell you.
Jessica Messica is in the chat, by the way.
Oh, hi, Jessica Messica.
I haven't watched your sorry stream, Jessica. Do you want to give me a summary of what's happening Do you, cause you know, there was just so much, because Foodie was doing the whole morning or afternoon / nighttime thing with the streaming. Then you got Nader doing streaming. Man, it's just like it's an overload. So I
I
couldn't.
just,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just say, I just saw Jessica. She had the burnt top on, which I thought was good, because that would really piss Nader off to see her in that. But
oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
Jessica Messica is the hero we needed, because when she burnt that MK shirt, oh my gosh, and that really bothered Nader. He was so bothered by that. And I just loved it. I love when people are able to get under Natter's skin like that. And that did it.
Oh, he's got to be losing his chops right now, because he's got no control over anything anybody can do. Nothing. He can't bluff and bluster his way through this. Like, I made a little video, and I said in my video today, going online and getting a YouTube account was the worst thing he did, because people record, people keep documentation, people are going to remember and throw all the evidence back up in his face. His scams are he wouldn't be able to keep this up for very long, because there's evidence against him. People are wary. People are aware of him now. He should have kept all of this scamming business offline to keep it under the radar. He has shown his ass to the world by coming on YouTube.
Yeah, and guys, it wasn't Jessica Messica's child that talked to Nader. It was Jennifer Corvina. Yeah, not Jessica.
According to Nader.
According to Nader, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah. I believe that Jessica and Jennifer are two different people.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah, that's pretty clear. But oh my goodness, what a mess.
Again, I want to state, because I don't know, I just think I want to state that I've always believed that he's done bad things to Foodie. So that's not a disagreement here, or has never been, but it's just the way that she's presented everything online and used manipulation with her audience that I have a problem with.
His abuse has nothing to do with her character. The way he's abused her and what he did to abuse her is abuse. The fact that she's a shitty person doesn't take away that he abused her. But it also doesn't mean she's no longer a shitty person. She was a shitty person abused by another shitty person. They're mute. They are exclusive from one another. She's not an angel because she was abused. If she lied about it, doesn't make him any better. All shit. Layers and layers of shit between them. It's all shitty.
Yes, thank you.
And look, she dropped the charges, and she said at the time, like, I don't want to be the spokesperson. So that's fine. Then shut up. Get off and stop talking about it, because now you want to reinsert yourself and try to say, like, look, I told you guys. No, you didn't. You told us that you didn't want to be the spokesperson and that you had that right. So you need to shut up. Stop posting stuff and get yourself out of it if you know what's good for you, which she doesn't.
Right. No, she's going to ride it. She'll ride this till the end. I'm sorry, Ginger. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Oh, I was just going to say, because what she was saying and what I got from Pulpy's stream this morning, and all the thing, she was saying some mind-blowing delusional things. Wasn't she doe-eyed cookie? It was unbelievable.
Her mind is so addled. Her giggling through that, like she doesn't actually get how sensitive these topics are, I don't think, because she was giggling her way through it. She's having jokes and little side comments when she was talking about the assaults and things like that. She's just oh my god,
disgusting. And I'm a new reactor. I am, but I'm having trouble. I'm like, you guys are the MVPs, because I am having trouble making content on her. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I've been doing some retro reacts, because it's a little bit of a palate cleanser, and I know it's not popular, but it's hard. It's hard to sort through all of this.
She actually went into Just Saying's. One of Just Saying's did a retro reactor, not a thing. She popped up a little film. It was, when was it? It was back in the back a bit. It was to the Hitler thing.
Oh,
when
yes.
Chantal did the salute.
Mm-hmm.
And Chantal put a little, Foodie Beauty went in there and put in a comment. We're getting desperate for content, aren't we? Bit desperate. And I went, yeah, no more desperate than looking, running after a crackhead. She's commenting on all of the reaction channels now. She's following everyone around, seeing where the sympathy lies, I think, now.
Nobody's desperate for content. Trust me, she puts out quite a bit. Actually, too much.
I just told her to be quiet and go back to eating herself into oblivion.
Because the narrative she's been spewing out has been, oh, what a fool Dede is for this. What an idiot. Fancy doing that. What a loser. And she reeled off a list of things that she considers losers, a loser thing to do. And it's everything she's been doing for the last 18 months.
Yeah, if you listen to her talk, she's talking about herself a lot of times.
And that's where the delusion is. She can't see it. You say she's an emotional vampire. She totally is a real vampire. She's got no reflection at all of herself whatsoever. She just can't. It's unbelievable. It's so unbelievable how much she was describing herself. And she has been doing that for a few days, hasn't she?
But she does the same thing when she describes Nader. She's describing herself in every aspect. Every aspect. The manipulation, the way she's handling herself online, the way she lies, the way she uses her friends, the way she uses money. Just they are two sides of the very same coin.
Well, the reason the whole Hitler thing came up again was because she admitted that Nader
idolizes
Hitler. And then, so back in October, she did give the Nazi salute. And then when she was called out on it, she was like, no, I don't know what that is. What is that? I don't know what that is. So
an English major.
Somebody had said earlier, she always tells on herself. So we had to wait until now to know. And because if you look in the video, she's looking at Nader for approval. So now we know she did that because of him idolizing Hitler. So there you go.
Yeah, no, she fakes ignorance quite a bit. She's been to college, according to her, and that's been verified. And she's an English major. How could she not know what the salute is? Yeah.
She couldn't handle it. That's why she gave up. She didn't want to go into the world of work and get a job. She freaking couldn't handle it.
No.
She couldn't handle 100%. There is a big difference between high school and university. Well, there is. The sort of things that you read that she's never shown any interest in. Like, she hasn't got any idea about the history of the novel or the history of literature in the Western world. She can't quote flipping anything to save her ass. I mean, it's a long time since I was at university studying English, but I can remember more than she's ever learned. She couldn't cut it. She goes on about being an English major. Fuck off. Sorry.
No, you're right. You're right. She doesn't give off that academic vibe, does she?
She's not learned at all. She's not interested. An inquisitive person, is she?
She's not. She's not an inquisitive person. She doesn't go like Monty will go in, and this is how we've got all our. I know so much about the fun, witty, cute side of like sexual interests and stuff like that. I've learned a lot from Monty in the panel because he Googles, he looks things up, or he already knows things. You can clearly see Monty is interested in the world and the quirkier side of it as well. Have we ever seen her do that? No, she asks other people to go Google it. Find that out for me. Like, what? You go. You're the host. You're supposed to be making it fun, not everyone else.
And she's got no emotional intelligence. She's got no spiritual intelligence. She's definitely not inquisitive. She isn't a lot of things, is she? I must admit. I'm sorry to piss on your cornflakes, Chantal, but you're a really lame human being.
Hey, can we talk about how she's eaten 4 pounds of bacon in a week?
Well, I've been trying to avoid the eating. So tell me what's been happening.
Well, remember she went to Costco, was it, and bought all that bacon? Well, I think she opened up like the last pack yesterday, I think. And everybody's like, "You ate 4 pounds of bacon in 1 week?"
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I could best her. 100%. That's not enough bacon.
I thought she didn't like to eat pork products.
How much did they put in the spaghetti, the bacon spaghetti? Did they use like a crap ton in that?
Well, I don't think, didn't Pete's not eat the bacon though? Like, because didn't he take it out and not put the bacon in his?
I don't know, but I know that she has no idea about meat to pasta ratios. She uses like 2 or 3 pounds for a bowl of spaghetti.
Well, she was eating sausage spaghetti, wasn't she? Or sausage pasta meal. And like eating the sausages and putting them all, everything in her mouth sideways, chewing twice, maybe 3 times, and then swallowing. And I know I saw a little bit of that, and it turned my stomach. So she's had all the bacon. She's had the bacon. I know I was watching with Hannibal. I know there was one time me and Hannibal were at YTR. We were watching a cooked bacon, and oh my goodness! And she was touching it all and wiping it in her hair, and oh my goodness.
I did go on to make my beautiful egg dish the other day for breakfast. It was very good.
That sounds good. What was in it?
I make this special it's my actual favorite breakfast. It's don't ew until you've tried it, guys, because people usually ew when I describe it. It's buttered toast, strawberry jam, a scrambled egg, and bacon on a slice, and you fold it in half, and it's delicious. Yeah.
Hey, no, it could be good because they have egg sandwiches with like maple syrup and waffles. So
it's
the sweet
really,
and the salty kind of.
Yeah. It's a sweet, salty, sticky. It's really good. Yeah. Give it a try. Trust me.
I tell you what's really nice as well at this time of year. Sliced strawberries, sliced cucumber, black pepper on brown bread with butter and Marmite or Vegemite. It's lovely.
Yeah, I could see that. It's the salty and sweet texture, and the cucumber with the Vegemite. I will say yes to that.
Yeah,
I have
add some
had
strawberries
that
to it as well. It's beautiful.
Yeah, strawberries and salads are good. I love that with a bit of balsamic. Oh, yum. Oh, we're reminiscing about food. We're going to Chantal mode.
Yeah, somebody says Sam is live in 2 minutes, as in Sam's Bar Lounge is live in 2 minutes.
Whoa, we better
Surely not. Oh my God.
All right, I'll keep an eye on it on my second screen. So
I actually got a scoot for water aerobics though, so I'll be interested to see what happens. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So what do you make of it all, Monty?
Make of what exactly?
Okay, Chantal's response to all this. Don't you think she's acting very smug?
Yeah, because a lot of people are apologizing to her. A lot of people are
Are they?
Yeah. Okay, different
Saying
Sam.
what?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Sam's Bar Lounge. Just people are saying, "Oh, we're sorry. Like we didn't believe you when you said that this about him, this about them."
Is that her VIBs?
Just even regular people that really didn't like her. They're like, "Oh, we had no idea that this was happening or that was happening. So we'd like to apologize." That you were right for when you said like this, he did this in the past or that in the past, and that he was gaslighting you.
Well, we sort of knew that. We sort of knew that, didn't we? Though we
we knew things had happened, but she's still skewing the truth to make it even add up even higher. She's still twisting the details of the stories to make him look worse. But the baseline of the story is still really awful. You don't need to tweak it, to exaggerate it. It's bad enough without the extra. He already looks bad. You don't need to convince us anymore. We already knew. We knew
we've been
from the
telling her
first
that
month he was
exactly.
crap.
Yeah. Sorry.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to. She's. It's like, I'm convincing you that he's bad because you're just not getting it. We knew, Chantal. You weren't getting it. You're the one who was not seeing it or deliberately excusing it away. She's just,
yeah. Because we've been saying for a lot, it's not just us, but many, hundreds, thousands of people probably have been saying to her and getting to her somehow, Dede and Nader are really dicking you around. And he is a really shitty person who will never change and actually doesn't like you. It's just that we didn't have the timeline. So this information has been more, it's sort of gone, oh, yeah, we were right about the timeline on that. Oh, yeah. Oh, so that made the timeline more clear. Well, we've been telling her for ages that they've been dicking her around and she's not believed it. But now she does. So good on her, I shall say.
Well, she had that rose gold heart locker on, so she couldn't see anything, obviously. And she's also a pick-me, which is like honestly the worst thing about Chantal is she's a pick-me, and she thinks everybody's against her, and she's always in the right. And he loves her. Oh, he used to. I don't know anymore. I haven't watched a lot lately. And like, she could change him. That's the main thing as well.
Yeah, she was big on that, wasn't she? She thought she could, love would see them through. She just threw enough of her body and money at him. He would become Jesus Christ. But...
Yeah, well, that's how she was trying to twist the narrative for quite some time, right? Over and over and over. Always coming back, blocking people whenever they spoke ill of him, when she spoke ill of him hours before. So you never know what kind of mood she was going to come on with in her live streams. And people are just getting blocked left, right, center. But yeah, we shall see what happens in the next coming weeks. Like I said, I'll be there August the 3rd.
Yes.
Countdown is still on. Just a little
Are you gonna wear a special outfit to the courthouse?
I'm just gonna wear a suit and tie like I always do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna wear an Under Armour shirt or anything?
What I want to know is what he is gonna wear, because maybe he'll be the one wearing Under Armour.
Mummy's gonna take him out to get his first best Sunday suit.
Oh yeah.
Has he not got one? Do you think?
Fancy.
I know I don't think he has one suit. He might have like pants and maybe a dress shirt that really isn't that fitting. Because haven't you seen him dress for like court, Natural Ginger? He doesn't dress properly.
I've not seen him for his court appearances.
Yeah. He doesn't. Like, I'm just gonna keep saying it. He dresses like the typical Montreal guy that doesn't really care about
a chav.
How they look.
Yeah, a chav, yep.
Yeah, just like a chav.
I'm balling in it. Now, I imagine he's going to rock up in that Saturday Night Fever outfit, the white tux, with the white suit with a black shirt. That's just the image I have of him, just rolling in like he's the character from Grease or something. I don't know.
That's strange. That I was just thinking that. I bet he wears like a chocolate brown suit with a big kipper tie. It's sort of like really,
and a nice big gold chain. And he's going to be like, "What's up?" And giving a wink to the judge if it's a chick. I know you want me. Like, he just thinks that he's going to talk his way out of it.
Yeah,
like his word is enough.
If his volume is up and his hands are moving, he's obviously more convincing, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was even some text messages or DMs. I think it might have been on Mo Translates that his friends sent him little messages going, "Yeah, they're all racist. They're racist towards you. That's why they don't understand you and why you're getting this hate." So he's been pumped up from at home as well, because obviously, like, there are always issues when you're from somewhere else. People are going to hate on you because you're cultural and they are racist. But this has never been about his race. This has always been about, or his ethnicity, where he's from. It's always been about his character, the way he carries himself, because he's just, no. He's got an accent. That's it. That's it for me. His accent is the only thing that differentiates him from someone who's from Canada, originally born and bred. That's the only difference. He could be anybody. He could be Pete's. If he acted this way, Pete would be the abusive piece of garbage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
I do.
I do.
Now,
you know what I'm
saying,
saying?
Mate, I know what you're fucking saying.
Yeah. Al Chantal.
Yeah. Oh, Chantal.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry,
I'm just going to mute for a bit because I need to give my dog her dinner. So, hi, Curl. You take over.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, girl.
How you doing?
Mhm.
Oh my God! Last night was a shit show, wasn't it?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Oh my goodness! It was so much going on at one time. I couldn't keep up.
It was hard to listen to, wasn't it?
Yes. Oh my goodness! It was terrible. And also Jessica Messica was live, and I was just like, oh my God! I had like my computer on, my TV on, my tablet on, my phone on. I was just like, oh my goodness.
Were you okay with all that like sensory overload?
I was okay. But Nader just went way too far. He was just with the calling out the child's name, and it was just, oh my God, why do you have to bring a person's kid in it? The kid has nothing to do with none of this.
And as a mother, that would have just made me wilder. You talk about my child, I am coming for you even harder.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Trust me, I know.
You'd be like, his balls would be on a platter right now.
Yes. Yes. I don't care what pictures he was, he was threatening to show him, but don't talk about my kid.
No.
And it's so messed up that anytime he gets mad, he wants to dock somebody or shows whatever personal things that they have or said with him. Please stop that. He needs to really stop that, because that whole little clip that Sam's bar had, that didn't sound good. And people can take that out of context, and it could not be something wrong, but it sounded bad.
Yeah, very bad. So
yeah, that's very true. Practicing stitchcraft. I was a single mother for a very long time, for 10 years. And I did not introduce my child once to anybody. I actually broke up with a guy because he came to my house uninvited when I'd said not to, because I didn't want anyone to meet my child until I was ready. I did not want to introduce him to anybody because I knew how risky it was for a non-biological person coming into your house, the risk that it is to a child. To have Nader, who was suspected of violence towards another person, stabbing, I would no, skedaddle. No, you would never. You wouldn't get a whiff of my child.
And did y'all hear any of Jessica's live?
Jessica Messica? Oh, okay. Tell me about it, because I was asking her.
Yeah.
Well, she made an allegation, and I'm not sure if it was just because she was mad or if it's actually true, that Nader had made a statement that he would SA a underage girl and nobody would ever find out about it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not surprised.
I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. And
I'm surprised he said it, but I'm not surprised that he thinks that.
Was this the same girl that he was messaging on Facebook, or where was it? Some 14-year-old? I can't remember. Was that Instagram or Facebook?
I
Remember
think
he
it
added
was
her?
Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was just like, boy, you touch my 14-year-old. I'm going to be behind bars somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is where it gets into tricky territory for me. I want to say so much, but I don't. No.
And he
No,
was
I'm not going to touch it.
and
I'm not going to. I'm going to step away from it. I can't.
He was so vile. Him and Dede was so vile and nasty last night. I was so happy the first video got clipped. It was way too. They went way too far.
Yeah, yeah, they were going on strong.
And I had like your video up on 2 screens because I had one of my friends had text me and said, you have to watch Monty After Dark at the beginning. At the beginning. Do not go to the actual live. So I went to the beginning on my computer and I had you on my television on the actual live. And that beginning was harsh.
It was because we were right in the middle of it, because I was watching and it kept on just escalating and escalating. And I was like, oh man, I guess I'm gonna have to go live because this is getting out of hand. The cursing, the yelling, talking about the kids, the calling, using the W word to describe Jennifer Corvina. I'm sorry, Jennifer Corvina.
The W word.
Yeah, the W word. The S word. He was just really going.
Oh, sorry. It took me a second. I had to channel through a bunch of words.
Yeah, and then saying how her child would be, upset or mad or angry knowing that his mom is the W word because she's a W word, and I'm not gonna F you because you're a W.
You don't bring kids into that.
Was this in the last Monty After Dark?
This was in my stories from the internet because I was live streaming into early in the morning.
Yeah.
Did you do a Monty After Dark as well? I'm sorry.
I did not, because by the time I was done, it was like 2:30 or closer to 3 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because someone in the chat's just asking, it was the last stories from the internet video.
I'd be careful who you call a whore, Nader. I don't know anybody in this scenario except for him that's accepted money and gifts for sex.
Thank you.
So,
and you saw the rolling pin? Yeah. You saw what he was suggesting with the rolling pin?
Yeah, it was very sexually suggestive with the rolling pin, the loosening of his drawstrings on his shorts.
Yeah.
Ugh.
How is his channel still up?
Right.
Don't know, because he was slapping it about, wasn't he, the other night? We were watching that.
He was, yeah.
And doing the other stuff where you insert things in your nose.
Swinging the rolling pin around to suggest that is his member.
Right. I was like, whoa, what the heck is this?
He's a sinister clown. He's a sinister clown. That's the only way I can describe him.
Do you think he's losing his mind with gonorrhea disease?
No, he's losing his mind with the nose candy.
Syphilis.
That's the word I was looking for. Gonorrhea disease.
Gonorrhea disease. Pretty
close. Natural Ginger, you're still right. Actually, all 3 of the big ones does affect your brain.
Right.
So gonorrhea, chlamydia, and syphilis, they all 3 do affect your brain when they are within your body on a long-term basis.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Hannibal.
For a insidious clown, and here I am. Welcome.
Hello.
All right, Jessica, hi there.
Oh, Jessica's here. That's good. And Hannah.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Jessica.
I just want to say something, Curl. I don't know if maybe you misheard what I said. I did not say any allegation about him saying that he would do something with a child and nobody would know. I don't know if it came across that I said something like that. The only thing I remember referring to of that nature is I didn't know that he was supposedly messaging underage girls. Someone in the chat told me that, but I didn't make that kind of allegation, and he never said anything like that to me.
Well,
Okay.
I apologize.
No worries, no worries. We all make mistakes, you know, as long as it's clarified.
Yeah, and that's not to defend him in any way. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, I understand. I was in your chat. Look, I was trying to calm you down. I know you was upset, and you know, don't let him make you upset like that. He's not worth it. And Dede isn't either. And I hate that Dede doxed you like that.
I do think that she doxed me now. Some people don't think that she did, but I believe that she was the one that doxed me, looking back at it now. And I think she blamed it on Jennifer because she wanted me to pit me against her, you know, to be like the bulldog, which I was. And I think that she didn't like Nader giving me attention. So she tried to scare me away by doxing me because she didn't want to tell him not to talk to me because she's not allowed to tell him not to talk to other women.
Definitely.
Yeah. Jessica, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Because I don't know a lot of your backstory or anything like that, to be honest, because I don't really watch Nader.
Mm-hmm.
But what side of the fence do you sit on with him? Were you a supporter? Did you go in because you enjoyed his content, or was it more like a troll sort of situation?
I definitely was predominantly a troll. I started out as a troll. That's how everybody got to know me in the chat. Everybody was shocked when he modded me because I'm basically a known troll. And now he's claiming that he knows I always was one, but I don't think he figured me out fully. Just because he modded me and stuff like that. But I did actually enjoy viewing his content, whether it was to laugh at him or laugh with him. And I enjoyed the people in the chat. I got close with by talking to them every day.
Oh, and I've got one thing, Curl Connections. I know you didn't mean to get it wrong, but with Jessica, I think actually this deserves a little bit of rage, to be honest. A bit of outrage, a bit of anger, a bit of fire. Because I don't think YouTube are going to get him off. I think it's the community's outrage that is eventually going to get him kicked. And
that's exactly what she was doing. She was just saying that, look, don't go over to his channel and support him.
No.
And she was also saying, look, if you wanna watch him from other channels. You can even watch him from her channel, which she was correct. He didn't have. I saw how many people was in his chat. Usually he had over 1,000 people in his chat, and he had 400 people in his chat.
He had
last
200
night.
last night. It was
it went down to 200.
I wanted to say that when I was yelling, so I do care that these people are doing disgusting things and what they're doing is wrong. I do care about that. But when I'm yelling, I'm not emotionally disturbed. I'm not deeply triggered in a way that's hurting my mental health. However, I know people remember me in the chat and they remember me being friendly. And I think me having an opinion can show all the people that I changed my mind and I saw him for what he is. And I wanted to encourage other people to do that also.
But Jessica, you did that on Hannibal's panel. You did that very well on Hannibal's panel. So I commend you for that, because you saw the wrong that he was doing then.
That, and I asked, so to clear it up, first of all, I'm not Jennifer Corvina, and I asked to be unmodded before the essay things about Gary. I asked to be unmodded the night that he was mocking mental health. So he saw my message, and Dede responded to me and said, that's fine. Like, I understand you have to make the choice for yourself. But they never took my wrench away, and I didn't know because I stopped going to the channel. Then when I woke up, I saw all the things he said about SA and the stuff about children. And that's when I burnt the sweatshirt because I was so disgusted. And he didn't even know that I burnt it until he was on live. Like, he was like, what? Jessica doesn't have a problem with me. And then someone in the chat said, she just burned your sweatshirt, and he was shocked. Yet he claims that he always knew I was fake. But anyway.
Yeah, I know that happened. I know that you actually did say I've unmodded myself, or I've told them that. That was before all that happened, so I can definitely back you up on that. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you know that this Jennifer Corvina character was recording and had these types of recordings?
No. Okay. So about the Jennifer thing. Sorry, I'm stuttering. So I knew that. Okay. So after I got doxxed, Dede and I spoke about the fact that I got doxxed, and she was telling me it was Jennifer and that it was pretty genius. So then I asked, like, what's the deal with them? And Dede said that Nader and herself were both very close with both of the women. So much so that these women, I'll focus on Jennifer, that Jennifer thought that she was going to marry Nader. She was going to move to Canada and get a house. She said that she wanted to have more children with him. And I guess that Dede and Nader used to help her over the phone with her son and keep, like, talk with him and keep him company while she would travel and stuff like that.
So did Dede tell you why her and Nader were encouraging Jennifer with those ideas?
No. So I don't know the ultimate falling out, but what I think is Dede didn't like Jennifer getting so close to Nader, and I think Jennifer was jealous of Dede. If you go back, there's a video, I think it's Waterweight posted it, but the day that I got modded, Jennifer was really pissed because Nader jokingly called me his girlfriend, and she went off the handle. This was when Jennifer was a mod. And she started threatening Dede. She was like, Dede, this is the nail in your coffin. I'm going to end you, and started cussing. Those messages got deleted out of the chat. But in its Waterweight video, you could see Jennifer Corvina saying, this is the nail in your coffin.
So when Jennifer said that to Dede, and Dede said that she didn't like the way that it was going with Jennifer and Nader, is this before or after these recordings?
These recordings are old. So this is my issue with Jennifer, but I'm gonna be delicate because I'm happy that she's exposing them. But Jennifer's had these recordings the whole time. All three of them used to talk and were close. I don't know why it was encouraged. I don't know if she probably, I don't know if she sent him money. I'm not gonna insinuate anything, but she's had these recordings and she was still a mod and everything. She did not turn against them until she was unmodded. When she got mad that I got a wrench, she freaked out, threatened Dede, and then now the recordings are being released.
So why doesn't Jennifer like you? Do you know?
I used to always be in the chat and she was a mod, but we never really spoke. The only reason she didn't like me is because he called me his girlfriend as a joke, or the attention I was getting in the lives, or the fact that I would call in. Like, she was just against me because she didn't like his attention being on me. But his attention was on me, but not in the way theirs was. Like, I've never said, oh, I'm going to move there and go with you, or I want to have kids with you. It was never anything like that. She was very deep in, like, to her, that was her man.
Oh, right. Okay. So she was completely...
She was just being a hater. Yeah. But then she went really far with it. And she didn't like that Dede defended me because I was in the chat. It was when Nader called me his girlfriend. So like I was saying, I was joking around. I was like, oh, any girls that are prettier than me, I'm going to block you. Like, I was just being stupid because I got a wrench, joking around. And she...
So did she...
mad, but Dede saw it. Dede saw what I was writing and thought it was funny. So she stopped and read it out loud to Nader. And he thought it was on mute, but it wasn't. So you could hear Dede saying, oh, Jessica's saying this and Jennifer's getting mad. And then Nader got pissed that Jennifer was being mean to me. And then he was like, oh, you're going to disrespect people. And he blocked her. Like he unmodded her. And then that's when Jennifer was like, oh, I'm going to put the nail in your coffin, Dede.
I can't understand why Jennifer thought that anything was going to come of her and Nader when he's been living with Dede, still fucking Chantal, and fucking Dede.
But Dede, you can see that Dede never met him before, didn't know him, chatted with him online, and Dede took Nader from Chantal, so maybe Jennifer thought she was going to do the same thing.
Oh.
And I'm going to say, I do remember Dede telling me, but I think she says that Pretty Genius, that was another mod. I remember her saying that the reason they stopped talking was because Pretty was like, Dede's trash. She should be eating food out of the dog bowl. You should kick her in the back of the head while she's eating out of the bowl, something of that nature. So that's how she fell out with Pretty Genius. And then that Dede was trying to tell me that Pretty's the one that doxed me.
I'll just ask one more question. So why do you think that Nader and Dede have got together and come out publicly now?
I have 3. So number 1, this is just my opinion, and I'm not saying it's a fact. So number 1, I think it was to get people to watch and kind of win people over and distract from all the stuff they had just said about Gary, because they knew like reaction channels would cover them coming out as a couple, and it would like push down the videos where everybody was calling him out for his comments about child SA. Number 2, I think it was to appease Dede. I think that a lot of people were saying how embarrassing it was the way he treated her during the threading incident, the haircut. People thought that she had a black eye. I think maybe he was just trying to get back in her good graces. Number 3, I don't think he has any more women left to swindle. I think now he might as well claim Dede because there's no other women like supporting him financially or that he's trying to milk.
I can see that.
Thank you.
I think it's Chantal jealous. Sorry.
I do have a question though. Do you think that the whole thing with Jennifer Corvina getting a house and thinking she was gonna marry Nader, do you think that Nader and Dede was gonna allow her to do all this stuff so they can use her?
No, like I think that I don't know. I don't think that Dede would go ahead and let someone buy a house so they could live in it. I don't think it was like that. I think Jennifer thought she was making separate plans with Nader, and Dede just let it go on watching it because she lets him talk to whoever he wants, however he wants. And then I think when Jennifer got like too far with the fantasy and the dream, maybe Dede was threatened thinking it really was going to happen and then tried to X Jennifer out, or so I think it's something like that. But I don't think they all plan to live together or anything.
Okay. And one other thing, what do you think about the recording of Dede and Nader?
Sorry, that's not funny, but he is so dumb. This is for him to double down and say that it's fake audio. Are you kidding me? Like in Hollywood, they don't have editing that good. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, for him to try to say it's fake audio, that they just clipped together a bunch of words. I do know they removed Jennifer's speaking. I've heard that, or it could have been it sounded to me like it was one long audio recording that maybe Dede sent through Facebook Messenger. That's what it sounds like. She was hurry up and telling a story while she could.
Well, I'm talking about the new audio.
Oh, the new one. Okay, so you know what that sounds like to me?
Mm-hmm.
Now that we know about the Dom subcontract, hearing something like that, to me, it sounds like a recorded sexual experience that Jennifer was partaking in over the phone. Like, I think they were doing some weird phone sex thing, all 3 of them together.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I could be wrong because I didn't hear the whole thing, but if you listen to it, to me, that's what I think it is.
They're absolutely
Jennifer and Dede dislike each other and don't trust one another. Why the hell would they be doing something like that?
They don't now. They don't now, but I think before they did. Jennifer and Dede used to talk all the time. That's why Jennifer has that recording. They used to be very close, confide in each other, be good friends, and Dede didn't care about Nader talking about Jennifer because it was like a throuple situation, like the way they were interacting.
Right. Okay.
We never thought that Dede, Nader, and Foodie would ever get into a three-party situation. That happened.
She's down for it. She's completely down for it, but she's not down for someone trying to snatch up her man. Dede's not trying to have anybody snatch up Nader, but she's down for everything else before that. And she's down for I'm going to tell you right now, when the night that I asked to get unmodded, I spoke to them and I said, do you guys understand the negativity that you're bringing upon yourselves currently? And they said yes. And I said, do you understand that this channel is like Foodie's channel, about how it's members only, how you want it to be 100% positivity, how you'll block people for speaking their mind? And they were both like, we know, we're going to ride it out. And basically they are choosing to be like a hate watching channel. And he said he doesn't care if anybody watches him. He doesn't care if there's no members or nobody in the chat or no supporters, because he said he's still going to get views regardless. That's the attitude they're coming at this with. They don't care. They're going to say everything and do everything, things you wouldn't believe, because everybody's watching. And that's fact. They said that to me. That's a fact.
I too warned you about that, because at this point they have crossed a lot of lines and there's no need to turn back. The more lines they cross, the more people are going to watch, the more we're going to give them views. It's all a well organized plan, but it's absolutely despicable. It's solid.
See, I'm on the flip side of it. I can't watch them at all. Like, it's getting to the point where I can't even watch them through reactions. I have to fast forward so many pieces. When
it's like
talks.
watching a horror movie.
I can't listen to him talking.
You can't watch a horror movie if you feel any kind of empathy or any kind of sympathy for the characters that are in it. This is like watching a horror movie. You have to take all emotion out and look at the vile and disgusting things that they're doing in real time, and then weigh them according to what you would do as an individual versus what they're actually saying and doing, because they're going to use everything that is emotional, gut-wrenching, vile, disappointing, desperate. They're going to use it all, and that goes from Foodie on down. So when you make the argument of who is worse, Nader is definitely worse in the real time, as in immediately. Foodie is worse in the long run, if you ask me.
Preach. She's hiding behind his wrongdoings to look better than him. That is all she's doing. And I put a video because I was watching her stream after she raged on the side of the road with garlic bread. She made a video saying, Nader, I'm here right now to tell you, you need to apologize to Gary. And within 30 seconds of saying that, someone in the chat said, oh, I wonder if Gary stopped reacting to Chantal because she looks like Michael Jackson and it's traumatizing. And she full on belly laughed. That's insensitive. You literally in 30 seconds, you think that's funny? And then people are saying, oh, she was just laughing because someone said she looks like Michael Jackson. We all know what that means. We all know the Michael Jackson thing. It's so, I don't know. She's fake. She's fake.
Oh, it's fake outrage from her all around.
All the time,
It's fake, fake.
And like
it doesn't mean anything to her. She's not bothered by it. She just wants the attention. If it's got to do with Nader, she wants to be included.
Yes, and it's all me. If he went to that hotel 2 weeks ago, she would not be saying shit. Excuse my mouth.
And I even noticed that last night when she did go live after all this stuff was going on, she made it about her.
I don't know how she can just sit there and watch him so calmly if she was such a victim. I got out of a marriage after 17 years.
God bless you.
Of domestic violence. And I can't even, if he comes to get the kids, I'm hiding in my bedroom shaking. Like, I can't. How can you sit there and watch somebody on TV if you were a victim? Like, I still have night. It's been 5 years, and I'm like waking up, sweating, screaming at night.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand.
I'm so sorry. That's so sad.
And I've got an answer for you there, One Spicy Disaster. It's because Chantal is defective. She doesn't think and have the same finer feelings as you and I and anybody else here, where you would think, hang on, this is really, I can't bear to look at that person. I've been through similar, not quite as intense as you, but I've been through similar, and I cannot even bear the thought of that person. So with Chantal, you can't say, how can she do this? Because I couldn't do that. She's different. She's different.
Yeah, obviously, she's. I don't understand. Like, there's many times where I'm watching and it's like I gotta shut it off. I gotta take a break. I can't do it. And like this whole. I can't watch half of this stuff. Like, yeah, it's.
And the crazy thing about it all,
and that's totally understandable, yeah, isn't it? It's completely understandable, and we completely don't know your situation, but we completely believe you and totally know you're coming from a truthful and feeling place. Chantal does not come from a truthful or a feeling place. So,
and the crazy thing about it all is, even after all of this has happened and all the damage has been done, she would still take him back.
There's an angle we haven't explored on this, because we know that Nader doesn't like her, love her. It was all a grift. It was all about getting money. It was all a scam. What if they had met, all the same things had happened, but he actually had formed an emotional connection with her? What do you think this situation would look like? I actually think it would be worse
Dede
than
right
it is now.
Oh my
God!
It
would be a Dede and Nader situation.
Exactly. She'd be sitting there riding for him. The only reason Chantal's not riding for Nader is because he doesn't ride for her.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why she's not riding for him. And I'm not saying that he never put his hands on her, and I don't think it's ever right for a couple to either of them put their hands on each other. But the reason she's not in all this pain is because they were both high as hell, messed up, effing around in dirty motels, and I don't think it was like this. I think they were mutually disrespectful to one another.
And also with Jennifer, until she got hurt in her eyes, bad in the way that she didn't want to get hurt, should we say? And Dede, Chantal, they are discreet, should we say, or have been discreet. Chantal could never be discreet, and that was always a threat to Nader.
Exactly. She is not street smart. She runs her mouth too much, and she's dirty. That's the only reason he's not with her.
I have a theory, and I have a theory. I always believed he did it to her, but I believe she used it for attention.
Correct.
Because she's not right, and she needs the attention. It was more of a look. I was abused. I need the attention. It didn't affect her the way a normal person was. It was, oh my goodness, now I can use this abuse as more attention for me. Whereas most of us, we just want to get out. We don't want to see them. We don't want to look at them. We don't want to tell anybody. We don't want to talk about. We want to get out. We don't want to see them. We don't want to hear them. We don't want to talk about them. Let's just get the hell out of here.
I have a restraining order against my ex. It was like a 15-year long restraining order. It's still current. And I would not want to surround myself with somebody like that. And she has nothing else to talk about. Like, she's not going on any dates. All the men was trying to talk about are fake, or she pretends that they stopped talking. She has no content without this. Like, this is like gold that fell in her lap. Like, she's happy that Jennifer leaked these, not because the truth is coming out. She's just happy that now she can have something else to talk about. That's it.
But she's on the outside looking in now. She's not the focal point of the drama. Dede and Nader have their own spin-off show now. They have, They are, you know, what's this been? Oh, I can't think of any shows. I don't watch TV anymore. I watch YouTube now.
Do you think that how am I going to put this? Do you think there's any possibility that Jennifer or Sam's Lounge might not put anything else out again now? If
she's gonna
Nader
keep
has got to them and says everything's fine, let's make it up.
I think this is all putting pressure on him in the lead up to the court case to see if he can crack so they can really get him. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's the perfect time to put the screws on him now.
Maybe. And if
he's showing his act right now.
Yeah, something like that. Or if he got in touch with Jen and they had a conversation, he goes, okay, let's pick up where we left off and everything's going to be fine. And because he's in a contract now with Dede, she's got no say in whether he develops his relationship with Jennifer. No more excerpts might come out now. Do you think that could happen?
No, he's gone too far. I think the fact that he's brought up the child, if she truly,
right?
I don't want to say that, but the fact that the child was brought up, I think as a mother, that would hit a nerve that just, no, I don't think you could even walk back from that ever.
No, I think Jennifer
person wouldn't anyway.
Jennifer,
again, we're assuming she's a normal person. Which is, she likes Nader, so there's something wrong there. I couldn't trust anyone that really genuinely liked him as a person. I would automatically look at them and go, what is fucked up in your head? What is wrong with you that you can look at him and go, yep, I align with that?
But nobody likes him now, do they? Except for Dede. Not even Chantal.
What about his current mods and his current people that are in his chat? Like, if anybody's watching, I'm curious of what they're thinking right now. And there's a few people that are this is like a cult at this point, in my opinion. It's very weird. And anybody who believes like that audio is fake, or anybody, he's now saying, oh, I never said anything about children, I never said anything homophobic, that was only about Gary. Like, anybody that really truly believes that, like, I'm concerned for. There's no way, if you have the wool over your eyes still at this point, like, you are a member of a cult.
That is true, yeah.
What did you know about these contracts, Jessica? Because somebody's asking. I know Rose Thorne explained it, so if you want to check Rose Thorne's channel, I can put a link in. But what did you know specifically, Jessica, about this?
So I never was shown a contract. I never talked about a contract. He literally on the spot just made me a mod. And I think that pissed off a lot of mods that were on his channel, because he just did it out of nowhere. And for them, we're held to like a different standard. What it was is originally he had tons and tons of mods, but they all started fighting with each other, probably because I think they're all like, think they're in a relationship with him behind each other's back. So there was so many arguments between all of them that I think he made them follow like a certain set of guidelines, but I've never seen the contract myself. But I know Angel Horns is the only one. Angel Horns is the only original mod that stayed through everything.
Yeah.
Yikes.
How does he do it?
I don't know.
It's baffling, is it not? There is nothing about him that would draw me into even want to talk to him on the street,
right?
Let alone get involved.
I think it's the lying. It's the level of lying that he does. He lies to really paint a picture of like a perfect relationship, and I think that's what draws a lot of people in.
I just want to say I'm sorry.
Yeah, but once he's been close with some people, and then other people in the community, his community, have seen how quickly you can turn on said person who he was close to just half an hour before. Surely you would think, well, that's me trying. Surely you would think, my God, look how quickly he turns on people. He is very manipulative, but then again, that's me judging them by how I would feel.
I think he makes people think they are the only one. They are the exception to the rule. They are unique and special to him. He would never treat them that way. He's very I think he's probably very good at manipulating people into believing that they are special, because a lot of people are looking for that. Chantal was looking for that. Obviously, Jennifer was looking for that. They're looking for that someone to make them feel like that I'm the one who's made him break all his barriers and open up his heart because I'm so special. That's why.
In my situation, I was not that concerned because I never shared any deep personal information with them. Like we did our like the trivia that was like sexual, but that was on live. But other than that, there's like nothing really personally shared. So I wasn't nervous about anybody turning on me because what is there to flip? I never felt special because it's very obvious what he does. You could tell. But I think he was trying to make me feel special. Like when he called me his girlfriend, he thought that was going to like do something for me or make me. And
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I think it was a mix to try to make me feel special as well as to like piss off some other women or manipulate them to act a certain way.
He did say that you was trying to F him.
I never was trying to have sex with him, but I did have lots of sexual conversation, but it was like on live stream. You can look at it still now. Like I would call and do would you rather and stuff like that. And I would flirt with both of them in like a joking way, but I didn't take it like to heart. Like I was not like a Jennifer. I never cared. I don't care.
Girl, you've got a strong stomach. I can tell you that right now.
Well, it was fun. I think it's fun to see people's feathers get ruffled, or he would get nervous and he wouldn't know what to say. Like to me, that was entertaining.
Flirting is good. Flirting is good. Do you think that Jennifer took part in this flirting but thought it was something more than it really was?
Yeah, but I think he made her feel that way. Like,
right.
Okay. I am not susceptible to like being brainwashed by a man. That is not going to work on me. So we never got to that point, but I could see how someone who had an open mind or someone that was looking to feel a certain way or find a connection with him, I could see how he could easily prey upon someone. And I think he preyed upon a lot of women, but like, that's when I say it wasn't that deep. It doesn't mean I don't care about what things he did. That doesn't work on me. I don't know.
All right. So
you're emotionally detached. You went into him. Yeah.
There was no emotion. Right.
We're still confused about the contract. So the contract was like a Dom subcontract, master slave contract. Like you can literally Google master slave contract and multiple will come up online these days. It seems like it's a thing that people do as if it's trendy.
The sexual S&M contracts and sub-dom, that's like a sexual genre that people are into, and you sign a contract that way you don't cross lines. It's like a safety word. It's like but in a contract. However, I think he has Dede sign one that way if he ever goes too far and does something really bad to her, if she goes to the police, he could say, no, this is part of our contract.
But that will hold up anything. Did he have safe words?
Yeah.
Do you know if he had safe words?
Do I know about? No, I don't know about safe words. I heard, listen, they never denied the paperclip thing. They never denied it.
All right. So I don't even know if he had safe words. And if you don't even have safe words, you are not part of like that alternative community, because that is one of the number one things you need to have. Blowfish says, can we all just appreciate the username gonorrhea with the wind?
That is iconic.
Yeah. And I just want to stipulate in those relationships in the dom sub, it's not always about cruelty or pain or anything like it. It's not always this horrific, traumatic, violent act. It can merely just be food control or behavior control or tasks or just having somebody in your mind 24 hours a day. The contract is there to break it down to what the sub is willing to accept or do or would like, and what the dom is willing to participate or perform or do. It's an agreement. It's not a you have to. It's an agreement between the two of them. That's what the contract is. The two parties come together to form the relationship and what their boundaries are. So that's the confusion. Everybody seems to think it's all about hitting and whacking and smacking. It's not.
And I want to say, I don't think if you're into the sub-dom type of lifestyle, I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. If it's two consenting adults, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a toxic, horrible thing. And what he does to women or is doing to women, that should not be tied into that.
He is abusive. He is not a dominant. He's not even a dominant man in real life. He's not an alpha. He is an omega. He is the back end of a he's a pile of crap.
Back end of a pantomime donkey. Is that what you want to say?
Oh, I want to swear so bad, but I know Monty don't like it for the algorithms.
Well, just go blink and flip instead.
I'm Australian. I can't help but swear.
I know, me too. I'm British. This is. I want to ask Jessica another question. Do you know whether Dede, this is all part of a lifestyle from previously, or is this all just new because of Nader?
Dede told me that, and other people, but she said that every man she's dated has been Arabic. I'm not saying all Arabic men behave in a certain way, but I think she's used to certain parts of the culture, or because there's a tone in the way he speaks that I don't think is always abusive. I think it's just culturally related, or the way he flails his hands around. However, Dede has this street smart about her, and when I was younger, I used to date criminals. And you pick up on it quick, and you know how to talk, and you learn how to cover up for people and say things a certain way. And she's very knowledgeable in that. He's not the first one, in my opinion.
Handle it, yeah.
She
wants to handle it as well, which is
she wants to. That right. She is so down, because there's in the hood, we call it a gutta B word, or a down ass B. It's a woman that just rides for you to the fullest, no matter what. And you get an accolade for that. Your man has 10 other women, but you're the top. You know what? And that's that hood logic. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't mean to be offensive, but she's about that life. She's down for that.
I don't feel
but wouldn't you pick someone better than Nader?
She likes it.
Someone better to ride or die for.
I think. But she was part of the Chantal verse. She was a VIB, so I think he was like a trophy, and it was fun. And I think and Chantal used to brag about how he was in bed and stuff like that. So that's gonna get a lot of women looking that way. And I think for Dede, it was just fun at first, but then she really did catch feelings. They did not meet. They did not know each other. There's no way they knew each other. They met. You know that phone call when she called, "I like it the most"?
Yeah.
She met a random dude online and stayed at his trap for 2 weeks and then moved him in. That's what happened.
Yeah. And she's obviously done things like that before, so she's got a type, which is fine. You're allowed to have a type. There's nothing wrong with that. And she wants a relationship.
Grow up. Grow up.
Well, my goodness.
Yeah,
well, thank you for answering my questions, because I had a lot. I've got more, but I can't think what they are right now.
I'm just going to go and give my husband a big hug when he gets home, because he's so lovely and would never do that to me.
Exactly.
And I would never stand for it. I can't even handle it if he gets loud. You know how you have a line, and I've told him my line is your voice. You don't have to hit me or throw things at me or do any of that. You get loud with me, I can't, I'll leave and I won't come back.
You know what?
That's my line.
I think a lot of women are attracted to Nader because they know that he slept with someone like Foodie. And if he was accepting of her physically, emotionally, and spent time with her and was willing to sleep with her, I think they feel like he would accept them.
Everyone else
that's how Dede feels. Because I think she has certain things she's insecure about. And I'm not going to dog anybody's looks or hair or anything. I'll leave it at that. Curl.
Don't
But I
call
think
my
she was
name.
like,
Say, why
damn.
you do me like that, Jessica?
But she was like, damn, like he's down for food. He's all up in that. Like he will definitely like me. He will like me way more. And I think a lot of women feel that way. Not a lot of women. Not a lot, but
yeah, because a lot of people will go, well, if he's been with Foodie, he'll go with anyone.
Ew.
Right, but it works on the people that have issues with self-confidence and self-acceptance, love. It works on the abused women, probably.
Well, since
Right,
you called
okay,
my
yeah.
name, you called my name, yeah, she does have hair like Stephen Harper. So yeah, I said it.
Curl, I heard you. You said you hope on the picnic the wind blows in the wrong direction.
It did though. That's the truth. It was
I'm
a
done.
video when he was outside cooking on the grill and she was sitting there and he panned the camera around. The wind blew her comb over. You know, all you saw was a big bald spot.
Let me sip my tea and be quiet.
I'm sorry. I just was being honest. I know others saw that video too.
All right, guys. Well, my husband just walked in the door from home, so I'm going to go and be nice to him. So, all right, bye.
Enjoy yourself.
Bye.
Bye. I guess this would also be a good time to wrap this up since we've talked for nearly 2 hours about this whole topic. Plus, I have to do my own things for today that can't, be left for another day. So I'd like to thank everybody. Natural Ginger, Dwight Cookie, Call Connections, Hannibal, Jessica Messica, One Spicy Disaster, Skinny Queen, and everybody else that was on this panel. Who else did we have up
PDF
here?
Joe.
Yeah, PDF Al Joe, yes. Yeah. So if you have any closing thoughts or anything, Natural Ginger, go ahead.
No, thank you, Jessica, for answering my questions, and thanks to the panel, Monty, and chat as usual. I've been a bit over the top about it because I'm involved. I admit it. I've got a problem. Sorry.
It's all good. I guess Dwight Cookie is taking off. So Crow Connections.
Well, just thank you for letting me be on your panel. Jessica, I really commend you for the things that you were saying last night. I also subbed to your channel. And I think you're a really nice person. And Monty, I hope you have a blessed day today.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Who else? Who's next? It was Hannibal. Any closing thoughts or anything, Hannibal, if you're still there?
Always appreciative to be here, Monty. I appreciate everybody. I love just the sharing of information. So I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.
Yeah, you too. All right, Jessica Messick, any final thoughts, closing words or anything?
I just wanted to say thank you for welcoming me and everybody for being polite. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me on the panel.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so that's it. I got to go still deal with funeral things because it's still happening. It just doesn't go away.
Bless you, Monty.
Yeah, thank you so much. So that is what I will be doing today. Post my PayPal, my Cash App. I think that's the best way to go about things rather than YouTube taking the 30%. So if you want to help me out. Other than that, I'll be back later. So thank you so much, everybody. Smash that like button and I'll see you another time. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.